There's something that came up for me off of my episode that I did with Steph Stanton and now with the recording that I just did with you, which I want to get into. This is organic. I want to talk about this and make it a bonus episode on my YouTube.
Mhm.
My own experience of doing branding and marketing for as long as I have, what I'm seeing right now in my quote comeback or my reimagining of myself online, coming out of my dark work here, is that creators absolutely suck at marketing themselves. And the reason is by the time it gets to putting their stuff out there, they can't stand their own work.
Yeah.
Can can we riff on that? And I don't have a where we're going to go. I just want to hear your take on that. And if you can provide some tips, strategies for the audience on how you've succeeded as long as you have online.
Yeah. I hated watching my stuff too, man. It was weird to watch the word kids say cringe. But here's what I came to find. I took it back to the metaphor concept of football. When I played professional football, college football, you end up having to go out, do your thing, and then you feel okay. You maybe did a decent job. You come back and you watch film and you realize, oh, I did a horrible job. And then the thing with football is you watch film every day. So I practice, I go, that sucked. And then you come back the next day, you're forced to do it again. And you do it again. You make the same mistake again. You do it again. You make the same mistake. You do it again. And you don't make the same mistake. And you do it again and you get better. You do it again, you get better. And it keeps building, building, building. And so what ends up happening is over time, the repetition of both trying this new thing and being okay subjecting yourself back into a difficult situation, it is what allows you to get better. So with the watching myself talk, watching myself speak, the idea is you don't get to bypass that first stage. Most people would love to. Can I just get really good by myself with nobody watching? No, you can't. Like, you need feedback from the world. You need to see what people say, how they respond. You need that. And it's going to hurt you a little bit. But what do you do with it? Do you never go back to practice? Never get back out there in the field? Imagine if I went and watched film and then didn't go back to practice ever again. I'd never make it to the NFL. In college, I could never get to the next level. I'd never stay in the NFL. So the thing for us is we have to be okay sucking in the beginning, because here's the truth. When you post that video and you suck at it, the world isn't seeing it. No one, maybe 20 people are seeing it right now. But say you stick with it. And in the future, every single day you do it, in the future, 200 people see it. 2,000 people see it. Now here's the thing. In order for 200 or 2,000 people to see it, you had to have gotten better. It's the only way the algorithm even works is if the content is better. So you do this thing, you get better at it. And now by the time that the 2,000 people see you, you're good. You're doing a great job. But the problem is most people want to get to that portion and skip the first portion of sucking at the thing when 20 people are watching. And so what I highly recommend is just you commit to the actions, not the outcomes. Commit to the actions. Identify with the actions. Most people feel bad because they're comparing themselves to somebody else's 9th year of doing it, 10th year of doing this, right? And we've heard this logically. People heard this all. You can't compare yourself to the other person's highlight reel. You get that, but you don't get it. What we're saying is that person went through the journey you're about to go through. And if you compare yourself, if you identify with the outcome that you see them doing, yes, every day it's going to be a stab in the heart. But if you go, well, what did they do to get there? Oh, they just practice filming a video every day. I can identify with that. So I go out and do my thing. And I identify with, I'm the guy that films a video every day. And you do it. And yes, somebody goes, oh, this video sucks. Hey, appreciate it. I just needed to get something out there to keep my process and my commitment to myself of giving the effort to get better at this. That's what practice is. That's why 5-year-olds don't play professional football. They need more practice, right? The idea is the repetitions. And so what happens, I commit to it. Your video sucks. I know I'm only 2 weeks into doing this. Your video sucks. I know I'm only a year into doing this. Your video is pretty good. Thanks. Man, your video is great. Oh, viral video. Why? Because that person went through the mud, did the work, took the lumps. By the time it gets to the point of you're good at it, now you get the eyes. You don't accidentally get 1 million views on a video unless it's of you stubbing your toe and, I don't know, doing something crazy, right? But in our world of conveying information, that only gets the reach it needs to get when you are good enough. At that point in time, you'll be fine. But you're thinking about it like the million people are going to see you when you suck. That doesn't happen.
I say it to produce by Neff all the time. I'm like, man, you like Brooklyn, New York knows that you dropped an album. Like Brooklyn, New York. That's a really small pin on the map. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that many people. are seeing your stuff. And
Yeah.
something that has really, really opened me up here is YouTube and committing to YouTube and the
Mhm.
work that I've accepted, like you talked about in your dark work. Like you really have to accept the work that you're
Yeah.
about to
Mhm.
do it. The work I accepted was a massive challenge, and it is a platform that has not unlocked like other platforms have for me, social platforms, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And so I have been forced to go to research. So my question is, because I know how much work you've done and I know the stages that you share on and the level that you're at, how much research and planning goes into your content creation, how you're shooting the content, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, tons. And the thing is, I have to spend time. Like I do a lot of research while scrolling, if it makes sense. So I have like a running database of like 600 pieces of content that it helps me to go and watch somebody else's hook or take this idea or this new strategy, and we just do things with it. Then what we do is I figure out what topics land for the demographic I want to serve, and I stay in that pocket. And sometimes it's annoying. I've watched like some people in the music industry maybe know more of this than I do, but they'll post the same song for like a month, like over and over in different ways. Why? Because not everybody's seeing it. And people go, why you post it every day? Well, because you're the lucky one, maybe one out of millions that is seeing this every single day. Everybody else saw one of the 30, right? So the idea is repetition. You keep hammering down the same concept until people start getting a hold of it and they grab on, and then you introduce them to different kinds of work, different concepts. But the idea is you got to spend time figuring out what is the thing that makes this work for them. What are they learning? What are they gravitating towards? What's benefiting them? And then hammer down on that. And then you get even deeper and go, okay, what's their pain points? What's the thing that they're battling right now? What are their aspirations? What are their desires in the future? Like all these little things, they tie in funny ways. And our job is to simply go the route of like finding out how to make this land. And you don't get to do that in the quiet of your house. And you have to spend time thinking about them and paying attention to their responses and taking the feedback. And then over time, it gets better and it gets smoother. And so now, like I know it works for language and content wise, and we still try new things all the time. And then from there, I even more like I know how to be able to take, which is cool. Once you get enough into the depths of creating stuff, you get more engagement. That engagement's gold. You get to figure out from conversations what people like and don't like, and then use that heavily to inform your next content flows. Like if I'm doing a new round of videos, I want to make sure I keep that in mind. And I want to have, if I have clients and I'm coaching them, I want to take those coaching call questions and use those as prompts to make, stuff for, hey, Chat GPT, here are 5 questions that we got from our clients in our last training or our last coaching call. Can you figure out from this what's the top, pain points for each question? What would be an optional, or a desirable solution to solve this? What of my content I've already fed in, because I feed a lot of what we do training wise in. What of what you've seen could be good pieces of content that could solve this problem for them from what I do? And then it puts it all back in front of you and you go, okay, cool, I'm gonna talk on that. And then I just put the notes up on a board and I go over to my screen and I just start talking through it. I mean, I already know the stuff, so I'm just talking to it based on what I've already done research on is going to be valuable for the people listening.